Good day, children. Welcome to I Can, You Can, We Can. I'm Chef Can Cook, CCC. Well, do you know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day? It helps us to start the day well. I feel like I'm filled with energy after a good breakfast. If I don't eat breakfast, you will find me hungry and grumpy. Lamentation chapter 3 verse 23 tells us that God's great love is new every morning and He's always faithful. Every morning, when we wake up, let's remember God's love and His faithfulness, which will give us the strength and hope to face each day, knowing that God is with us. So for my breakfast today, I'm making a yummy and nutritious toast, egg in the bread. First, you need to have some bread. Take one piece of it, cut a small hole or a big hole in the middle. What do you see here? You know, this hole in this bread reminds me of someone in the Bible who was betrayed and suffered a lot in his life. He was thrown into a deep pit and sold off by his own brothers as slave. Do you have times when you feel like there's a hole in your heart because of the challenges you face in your life? This man in the Bible, even though he went through many difficult times, including going to prison, he continued to have hope in God, living a righteous and honest life. Can you guess who this man is? Yes, his name is Joseph. You see, whatever happens to Joseph's life was not easy. It was something that he did not expect to go through, yet he did not give up. Joseph was able to deal with the hardships in his life because of the hope he had in God. The word hope in the Bible expresses confidence and assurance concerning the current circumstances in your life and also the future, because it's based on God's promises, character, and faithfulness. Hope is an unshakable confidence in God despite your circumstances. Today's memory verse is from Romans chapter 12 verse 12. Be joyful because you have hope. Be patient when trouble comes. Pray at all times. We can always have hope in God because He will never leave nor forsake us. We are all sinners, but because of God's great love, He sent Jesus to die on the cross to save us. There will be times when we will be tempted and we will give in to the temptation, leading us to sin. Just like King David in the Bible, he was tempted and he sinned, taking another man's wife. He even committed murder. See, like an egg, we will never know if it is fresh or spoiled by looking at the outer shell. We have to break it to see what is inside. And King David thought no one knew what he had done. He thought he could keep it a secret. But God is all-knowing. He knows what we have done and He sees deep into our heart. We cannot hide our sin from God, but God is love and hope. You see, He does not condemn us or shame us. In the end, King David repented and he was known as the man after God's heart. Who and where are you placing your hope in? Let's place our hope in the one who created and sustained us. That's God. You see, God is faithful and He always keeps His promises. The world may teach us to have self-confidence or to rely on ourselves, but we as followers of Christ are to place our confidence in God. When we hope in God, we find the confidence and strength to face any challenges that may come our way. Now, we are not alone in this journey of life. God has placed us in families. He gave us friends, He gave us teachers, and even neighbors. Paul in the Bible was traveling around the world to share the gospel and to be an encouragement to God's people. But he was never alone. Paul had a community of fellow believers and friends to support him in his work for God. As followers of Christ, we are to put our hope in God and show it through our words and actions. I want to encourage all of you to give thanks to God every day. Read the Bible, pray to God at all times, bless others with what you have, encourage your family and friends. Well, let's hope that this toast is ready in time. Wow, look at our egg in the bread. See? It looks so yummy, right? So children, remember, God is always there. He will never leave nor forsake you. He will never fail. And we can have hope in God. Remember to make your own egg in the bread. Take photographs and post it on social medias. Remember to hashtag COOSkidz. Alright children, remember, I can, you can, we can have hope.